still upset with me? Huh? Everybody's upset with me this morning. I took all my big snakes out of their enclosures last night. Put them in big plastic totes and set them in the living room on my day bed and on the love seat around me for the night so I could keep an eye on them when I woke up. But I took all 4 of these big snakes out, disinfected all their enclosures. And Grumpy's mad at me because I put him in a big, deep plastic tote full of water and gave him a nice soaking, so he's not happy with me today. You upset with me? Huh? You mad at me? It was for your own good. You had a little bit of poop on your belly. I took all their wooden hides out. I'm going to keep it strictly in newspapers for a while because my cats have fleas. They're not allowed in this room, but I want to be sure none of them make their way out here to my snake room from the cats in the other part of the house. They have those Toronto collars on that are very, very effective. Great collars for fleas for cats. But if you can avoid a situation, by all means, don't indulge in encouraging one to happen. You mad at me, Tipper? I took your hide away from you. Now you're down to plain, clean, disinfected enclosures. He's not happy today. Ginger is definitely not happy. She's like, what'd you do? I gotta take your wooden hide out too. That's the only one I've got left to take out. I'm not leaving anything in that hinders my ability to see what's going on around my snakes. Be sure I don't get any fleas in the enclosures or anything. But these were all disinfected. I was up till like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning scrubbing these out and moving the snakes out of them. So yeah, I had a really late night last night. You're not so mad at me now? You enjoying that nice warm soak, huh? You're not so upset with me now? Is it all better? It's all better in that nice warm tub of water? Huh? Say, yep, this is fine. I'm not upset with you anymore. He got upset with me because he was in this enclosure, and I always mist them with warm water in the enclosure before I take them out because I don't believe in putting your snakes through any really extreme different gradients of temperatures because you can shock them doing that. So if they're going in a warm soak, then I mist them with warm water in their enclosure and I fill up the tote, so when they come out of their enclosure, they've already adapted to the temperature change before I put them in the tote of water. So he's fine with me now. So I wasn't too happy with you because you sprayed me with warm water, but he's fine now. So I forgave you. I'm all better now, huh? Did you forgive me? Huh? Did you forgive me? Yeah. All better. That feels good, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna drop my camera in the water. He's all better now. So I'm better. Thanks, Mom. He didn't like me misting him. They're not the kind of snake that really likes that so much. But feel better now. Yeah, that's my bud. That's my buddy. Yeah, you feel better now. You through being mad at me because I squirted you. You through being upset with me. Leave you in here for a while. Feels good, huh? Yep. He's alright. I hope you're proud of yourself. You made my friend Dennis poop his pants last night. I had Grumpy out for another soak last night. This is Sunday morning. I got him out for another one. I found a few mites on him. Probably came in off the newspapers from out in my storage building, but to be sure, I got him in a soak again. But it was funny. Dennis stops by every night. He and I have been good friends for over 3 years. And he's familiar with my snakes, but he's never really handled my big snakes before. And I was taking Grumpy, putting him back in the soak. And in the process, Dennis grabbed his lower back end to help me get him into the tote. And the minute he touched Grumpy's lower back, Grumpy realized it wasn't my touch. He did a complete U-turn and he faced off Dennis. He stood right in front of his face and hissed at him. He knew instantly that wasn't me touching him, and he faced Dennis off. Dennis froze. I put my hand in front of Grumpy's face to block him in case he decided to strike at Dennis. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Did you make Dennis poop his pants last night? You sure did. Dennis goes, great, now I gotta go home and do a load of laundry and change my clothes, and I'm gonna have to get some newspapers from you to put under me in my car for my ride home. But yeah, Grumpy really faced him off and scared the crap out of him. Literally, Dennis pooped in his pants. He scared him so bad. And I told Dennis, I said, you startled him. He recognized your touch was different from mine. So he did a complete U-turn. I wish I had videoed it. It was amazing. I mean, he stood straight up in front of Dennis's face just like a cobra and squared off with him like, don't touch me again. But after I got him calmed down, Dennis helped me put him back in his enclosure. But it was comical. I've never seen anyone react quite that extreme that they crap themselves. But yeah, he scared the shit out of Dennis, literally, last night. And I laughed at him. I said, he's not going to bother you. He's a big baby. Dennis said, yeah, tell my jeans that. So he wasn't too happy when he left to go home last night. I saw some humor in it. You gotta get to know him. You gotta get to know him. Yeah. You made Dennis poop his britches last night, Grump. Bad boy. You're a bad boy. Huh? Yeah. You big moose, you. I imagine if I wasn't used to it and something turned out of nowhere and got in my face like that, I'd probably do the same thing if I weren't familiar with them. But yeah, water's nice and clean today. No mites, so it was just a freak accident that came in a piece of newspaper. So he's fine, no mites. I'm gonna go stay on this for a couple of days just to be sure, but water's nice and crystal clear. So he's been in here for an hour and a half now. But you should be proud of yourself. You literally made my friend Dennis poop his pants. Now, he's been around Grumpy. He knows him. Dennis has seen me work with all my snakes. He'll help me move Chewy or my other snakes, but that's the first time he had ever assisted me with moving Grumpy. And when Grumpy did that U-turn, it was so fast. And within seconds, he was right in Dennis's face, squaring off with him. But it was hilarious. You had to be there to see it. I don't know if Dennis will get over it, but he sent me a text when he got home. I said, what are you doing? He said, laundry. Thank you, Grumpy. But it was a funny situation. I enjoyed it. Made the highlight of my night. I don't think it did Dennis's, but it made my night kind of funny. Yeah, sometimes you have to intervene and go against their better wishes and do things that they don't approve of. But yeah, he's all right now. See, I got the top off and I'm still in the water, so you know it feels good. Huh. See, I feel good now. I'm fine with it. I just heated the water back up a little bit for him. Yeah, sometimes you have to be able to understand what they're trying to tell you. It's very important to learn to read the body language, to understand what they're trying to say to you. A lot of people don't get that. If you don't pay them any attention and don't invest any time with them, these are things you'll never understand. So there'll always be a space between you and your snakes emotionally, because there'll always be that gap, because you don't fully trust them and they don't fully trust you. So see, no top on. He's in there now because he wants to be. Sometimes you have to make those choices for them. It can't always be their choice. When it's for their own good, you have to step up to the plate, whether you're comfortable with it or not, and do what you feel is best for them. I've raised snakes for 59 years and I can understand them really well, and I can read their body language really well, so I know what they're looking for. Even though they might resist, you still have to do what you know is best for them. He needed a soak. So he got one, because I'm disinfecting and cleaning all these big enclosures out here today. As you can see, this one's sprayed down now. I had floor tiles on them. I took them out. So after I took the tiles out, I'm disinfecting all the enclosures. So he's out in the water. Tipper's over here in this one, hanging out with me. He's going in the water after Grumpy comes out. So with clean, disinfected enclosures, I want clean snakes. Makes sense to me. Should to you. But he's fine.